You're listening to The Ride to Work with Pastor Fred. Fuel for your faith before you clock in. Enjoy the ride.
Hello, and thank you for joining us again for The Ride to Work on this Thursday. We are so very happy that you have decided to ride with us. And I just want to give a great shout out to all the riders that have been riding with us since what, day one. I mean, we're over 100 rides now, 100 episodes, and we're just so thankful. Just for the commitment and the consistency. That's what I'm thankful for. It's like I tell you all the time, we can be so motivated, should I say, to start something, but can we remain disciplined enough to be consistent in it? And I'm just grateful and thankful for all the hard work and the effort that's put forth as my wife does all the editing, all the artwork, and all of the things that you experience on the ride. And she tries to make it as efficiency. There's a lot of stuff sometimes she got to cut out because I don't went long and all of that. But I'm just so grateful for all her hard work, and I'm thankful for all of you listeners and you writers out there. Today we're talking about teased this yesterday, but we gonna jump right into it. Look, I need some work on my patience. Ooh, I know somebody just like, boy, I gotta tune in right now because he definitely preaching to the choir right now. I need some work on my patience. How I handle waiting. How I handle waiting. Because I know nobody likes waiting. Nobody does really. I mean, we tolerate it and but nobody really likes waiting. We want answers quickly. We do. We want answers quickly. And even at that point, some of us, we want to give answers quickly because we don't like folk waiting on us. Huh? I mean, and I'm just talking about people that actually care about that because there's some people don't even care how long you got to wait. Huh? I get that, but we want answers quickly. We want results quickly. We want progress like right now, right now. That's what we want. Tell people all the time, we're a microwave society. We want things quick. We don't want to put nothing in the oven and sit there and just let it, marinate and bake and cook and all of this over a period of time. We want it like right now. But you know what? Patience is one of the greatest tests of character. It is. It is. Because waiting, watch this, waiting reveals whether you trust the process or not. It does. I tell people all the time, look, you got to give time to what takes time. First thing I need you to understand is, look, stop rushing what needs time. Stop doing that. Everything valuable develops. It develops. It's not instantaneous. It develops. A relationship develops. A skill develops. A dream develops. A person, hear me when I say it, develops. Develops. Development means it takes time. Some things are delayed because they are developing. Just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's failing. It's developing. Stop rushing what needs time to develop. We give up too quick on situations, on dreams, on people. When it takes time for them to maybe get where you want them to be or grow the way you want them to grow, it takes time sometimes, especially if they're coming from a place that's the complete opposite of where they're trying to go. It takes time. We can't have instant success because that's what we want. We want instant success. We want instant gratification. We want instant, instant, instant. But if we don't give time for something to develop, Just like photography. We got photographies and they have to go into, the dark room and develop the photos, and it takes time for the photos to develop. So you know what we did? We made the Polaroid camera, the instant cameras, the way we get them right then and there. Right then and there. Now the quality of the photo may be a little skewed and not as good, but we got the photo. But Polaroid cameras and that film and all that stuff or whatever, even at that point, although it's quickly developed, how valuable is it? How valuable is it if, when you compare it to an original developed photo that took time to develop, to have the proper hue, the proper tint, the proper colors, the proper backgrounds, the proper all of it's valuable. Everything valuable develops. So when I talk about people, everything valuable develops. Stop wanting to rush the process. It took time for them to get to who they are and how they are. That didn't happen overnight. So give them time to get to where you're wanting them to be. Stop bailing ship too quick on people. Stop giving up on people too quick. That's happened. And it's very disappointing to those that are trying their best to be who and how you want them to be. Look, give me some time to get there. Give me some time. I'm not failing. It's just taking some time. A tree don't become strong because it grows fast. It becomes strong because it grows deep. That's how those roots go down. And they're able to withstand. Some of you got to realize, be happy that some things took time. Because some instant things can't handle the test of time. They can't hold up under pressure. They can't hold up under weight because they ain't been through anything to get to where they are. That's why some of you ought to celebrate who you are and stop comparing yourself to what others have or how others are. Their possessions, their goods, their materials, just even how their character, their makeup, all of that. You really don't know what it took for them to be in the place to where they are. Just like some folk don't know what it took for you to be who you are. Celebrate yourself in the fact that you survived, you pressed on, you endured some things that a whole lot of other folk may have failed in. They started, but they couldn't finish. But look at you, you did it. You did it. Celebrate that. You endured some things that some of the strongest people that you thought by sight, by observation, failed in, crumbled in, lost their mind in. Couldn't handle the pressure, but look at you, you still did. Think about that. Fast growth may impress people, but deep growth sustains you. It sustains you. Understand that. Second thing I need you to understand, let me calm down. Woo. Stop confusing delay with denial. Because sometimes we think, look, if it hadn't happened yet, it must not be happening. It's all about timing, people. It's all about timing. Timing matters. Timing matters. You may be frustrated because you're comparing your chapter to somebody else's highlight. I've told you this before. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop comparing the time it takes for you to get to where you see or feel somebody already is. That just may be a highlight of theirs. And you know what highlights are when you look and you don't want to see the whole picture. You don't want to see the whole game. But you want to know what happened. So you just check the highlights. You don't sit and endure the whole process. You don't sit and endure the whole 4 quarters or the whole both halves or you don't sit and go through all of that. You just want the highlights. But you don't understand there's a whole game that's been played. And there's a whole lot of stuff that happened within that game just to get to that highlight. So stop making those comparisons. Appreciate the chapter that you're in. Appreciate who you're becoming. The story God is writing for your life. Appreciate that, because your highlight reel, it'll come. It's coming. It's coming. But it takes time. It takes time. Just because you can't see progress don't mean progress isn't happening. It just takes time. Listen, last thing I want to tell you, and I'm pretty much done with this today. Hmm? Let the process build you. Don't let it break you. Let the process build you. The waiting season is not wasted. It's not. Listen, the waiting develops things you'll need later. That's what it does. Because sometimes we're asking God to remove situations, but maybe the situation, hear me when I say this, is developing your strength. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe that's what's going on. You know what? Look, let me give you a deeper look at this. Let's say uh, metal. Let's say metal. Metal becomes stronger through heat, right? Right. We understand that. Metal becomes stronger through heat. See, pressure doesn't always destroy. Sometimes pressure prepares. That's what it does. Because when you heat up the metal and it removes all of the impurities and the dross from that metal, and then it's stronger after that process. It's stronger. And sometimes when we're going through the heat, when we're going through the fire, when we're going through problems in life, situations, struggles, downfalls, disappointments, trauma, all of that stuff. It's just removing all of the impurities, all of that dross, all of that bad stuff that's developed and is caked on our lives or whatever. And the heat is just removing all of that, because once we bounce back, we're stronger than we ever was. Because now we're operating and living without the lies. We're operating and living without the lesser of the things that was attached to us. Hmm? Now we're sharper. We can see things a lot clearer. Now we're stronger. We can handle a lot more. Now we're better. We can be used and useful more than we ever have been. So sometimes pressure prepares us. It does. The very process that you're trying to escape may be the process that's creating who you're becoming. Uh, Let it happen. Let the process build you. Let it. Listen, this week I've asked you, we've talked about where we need some work. We talked about need some work on our attitude, on our discipline. We talked about working on our integrity, and talking about now working on my patience, our patience, our patience. And you know why? Because the goal isn't just a better life. The goal is becoming a better person. That's what this is all about when I say I need some work. Becoming a better us, a better you. Mm? And I need you to understand that, because the work nobody sees creates the person everybody respects. Everything don't have to be a highlight reel. Uh, think about that. And we'll be doing Five for Friday tomorrow. have a couple questions I think I'm going to do from last week that I didn't do because we did a special Juneteenth edition on this past Friday. But we will be back to 5 for Friday, our listener questions. So if you have questions, please put them in the comments section. You can text them to me, uh, however you choose. And again, I thank you for your support. Thank you all for listening in. And we just want to just give you something, some fuel for your day before you clock in. So we love you. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow for 5 for Friday. Have a great